couple of weeks ago, I treated the moss on our front lawn, which was really, really thick and spongy, several inches thick, to the point where it was completely smothering what bit of grass there is in there. And it's got worse over the last 2 or 3 years, to be honest. It's south facing, so it shouldn't have a problem with moss, and we don't cut it close because of the thickness of the moss, but it was really spoiling it, so we needed to do something about it. So I put some lawn sand on, which has got iron sulfate in, which not only scorches the moss, but it actually helps to feed the grass. It greens it up, it gives it the nutrient that it needs, but it does turn the moss this browny black colour. And we can see, if I can just use my fingers there to pull some of that out, we can see how deep it is. You know, it is literally that deep. So what we need to do now, and it's a perfect time to do it because we're in early April, so all the way through April is a great time to work on your lawn, is to do a little bit of scarifying to get rid of this dead moss. And what that will do is will allow that little bit of grass that's surviving there a really strong chance of growing. So hopefully by the summer I'll have a half decent lawn. I'm certainly not looking for a bowling green here. I just want a lawn that's got a bit more grass in. Some of the moss will come back. I need to get that balance there rather than it being 90% moss and 10% grass. So that's a great time to do it. And there are various ways that we can. The old-fashioned way, of course, is to use a wire rake like this. And literally what we would do is we would go in, and this is such a thick mat, it's quite difficult to get it out. But if you did a little bit at a time, just pull it like that, we can see in literally what is probably a square foot of grass, I've got all of that out. So there's going to be a lot of dead moss out of this. So it will really, really help with aeration and drainage and grass growth in the future. To do a big lawn, that's going to take you forever. It would probably mean you could cancel your gym membership. But there are other ways that we can do it with mechanical means, like this type of thing. So that will scrape it out. And at this point, I ought to just thank our sponsors, of course, for their support with these videos, Cobra Garden and King Seeds. And remember, all of our videos we've done, you can find on YouTube, or you can go to our website, which is pots&trowels.com. So if we're moving up from the wire rake, this is an electric lawn scarifier. This one you plug into the mains, but you can now get these with a battery, so they're cordless. And we've essentially got the wire tines on the underside like that, and they whiz round. We can adjust how far they cut in. So this one I've got them set quite high because it is so spongy. There's a box we can also put on the back to collect it, but I just want to show you how effective it is. So this is all plugged in, so we're just going to rake a little bit out of here, and I'm just going to pass it over. Normally it would just go up and down, but I'm just passing over that a couple of times without the box on, and again we can see just how much dead moss we've got out, and a little bit of grass. That's not a problem. It takes out the dead grass, and again that sort of combing action really encourages this grass to recover and grow. Now you're going to finish up with piles and piles of this, and you want to know what to do with it. Well, you can actually compost it. Although it's been killed, it will compost, but just a word of a warning is that moss is quite slow to break down in a compost heap. So mix it with grass clippings and other vegetable waste just to sort of encourage it to break down a little bit more. You could use it to line containers, you could use it in hanging baskets still, so you can use it around the garden, or even put it at the back of a border where it will just rot down naturally, let the insects get into it, so it will then break down in its own way. Or you can go for something a little bit bigger, of course. This is actually a lawn mower. This one is a petrol lawn mower, but I've taken out the cylinder and I've put in the lawn rake. It comes with various attachments we can spike and all sorts of things. So what I'm going to do is pop the box on, and this is a really good way to do it if you've got big lawns and you've got a cylinder mower. It's worth doing. So we can just start the mower. So you can see just how much moss and thatch we're getting out of this. And on this just strip here, 3 or 4 runs up and down this quite small lawn, I've got about 8 of these out. So it's going to be double that. And I haven't got rid of all of it. You will never, ever get rid of all of it, but already it's got rid of that really, really spongy feel, and it's left the grass in there. So yes, there are still some bits of dead moss there, some that is living, which will grow again. But as I said, we want to get the grass to grow and strengthen. Now, one of the reasons that moss can be a problem is sometimes poor drainage. It dries out in the summer, or which in this case it does, and the moss goes brown as well, or it can stay wet in the winter and it doesn't drain enough. So it's worth some patches, not necessarily all the lawn, but where you've got a problem, just get a garden fork and push it in, probably, I don't know, a good sort of 10, 15 centimetres, 4 to 6 inches every 15 centimetres along. And that is amazing. Not only does that help with surface drainage, but it encourages a stronger root system. It gets air down into those roots, and they can grow, and they just grow to it. Those holes will gradually fill in naturally over the season, but it just leaves you that little bit of loose soil. So doing that all over is a good thing to do. And then finally, if you really want to thicken the lawn up, it will naturally, that grass will now grow really well as the weather warms up. But if you've got your wire rake, it's worth just going over it one final time just to stand the grass up, because the roller has flattened it a little bit, and then just get yourself some new grass seed. Don't get a packet you've had on the shelf for 5 years, because that won't germinate. Get yourself a nice packet of fresh grass seed, and we can do what we call over sowing. And this is a mixture of a dwarf ryegrass and fescues, which is a good strong lawn mix. It's not a fine mix, it's going to give us a hard wearing lawn. And overseeding is where we literally just sow over the lawn, and this again is a perfect time to do it because there's moisture there. We start to get showers. You're sowing probably a third of the rate that you would if you were doing a new lawn. So it's just a sprinkle over. That will work its way down into the base of the lawn, and with the showery weather we get and hopefully some warmer days, that will germinate and it will thicken the lawn up. So it's worth doing all of the lawn, and then you get that lovely even colour throughout the lawn. So it's worth doing. We won't have a perfect lawn, but we'll have a decent lawn, and I can guarantee that in about a month to 6 weeks time, this lawn will look completely different to this, and by the summer it should look absolutely superb. So now's the perfect time to get out there and do a little bit of work on your lawn.